For my senior essay in the French department, I'm working on the diary of Hélène Berr. Now, Hélène, when she started writing the diary, was my age. She was 21 years old. She started writing a diary in 1942. She was a young girl who was studying English literature at the Sorbonne. She came from this haute bourgeoisie family in Paris, lived in the 7th arrondissement in this beautiful street, lived a very Parisian life, was very French, and stayed in Paris during the occupation, and in 1942, in the spring, I guess compelled by the events that she was experiencing or that she was witnessing around her. I think in 1942 she was still living pretty comfortably at home with her parents and with some of her siblings, but she felt compelled to start writing about her life and what she was experiencing. And she kept the diary until 1944, just a few weeks before her arrest and her deportation with her parents. And I'm working on this diary as a piece of literature, and among many things, studying how her writing evolves over the course of these few years. When she starts in 1942, she's still very much a Parisian, living her daily life in Paris. And by the time she ends in 1944, you can really see how the events around her, the deportations, the horror stories, her scare stories, have taken a toll on her, and it becomes a much more serious testimony of life under an occupied Paris. Over the course of her diary, you see that evolution of threat and how she becomes more and more aware that in fact her life is in jeopardy. And she does make the choice to stay in Paris throughout the course of the occupation. And then that one fated night so toward the last few weeks of her time in Paris, she and her parents, her siblings had left. She and her parents were in hiding at different friends' and families' houses. And one night they decided to go back to their apartment in the 7th arrondissement. And that night the police come and arrest them.